everything I used to dream being real right now, now. If it wasn't working, I'ma work it out.
How's it going today, guys? Trucks and Water here. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things every K1500 owner should do to their truck. This is what I think it should be done. I'm sorry about the wind noise, by the way. It's kind of a little bit of a windy day. But this is the top 5 things I think every K1500 should do. This is across every year of the K1500, so 88 through 98. So nothing's based on the engine. It's just based on my experience with my truck and all that stuff. If you don't know the specs on my truck, if you're new to the channel, it's a 1996 Chevy Silverado 1500 Z71 off-road package extended cab. It has dual bucket seats in the front, a bench in the back, fully electronic 4-wheel drive on a rough country 2-inch lift in the front with XD grenade wheels wrapped in 420 Nittos. They're 20 by 12s with a 44 offset. So let's get right into this video. So we're gonna start with number 5, would be like the least one you want to do, all the way down to number 1 on what you should do, the first thing you should do when you buy one of these trucks. So number 5 on the list is a new radio. I have a Pioneer radio in this truck. I forgot the year, make, or model of it. But it's a single pin inside the dash. I had the old one, and the reason why I say you need to do this is because it's 2018. The old radios in these trucks suck, just straight up, they just suck. And this has got all the new creature comforts. You got aux cord, Bluetooth. If you have Google Maps on your phone or any kind of map application, for the most part, when you're traveling, it'll dim your music or lower the volume on your music and talk to you through the radio about where you got to go and whatnot and stuff like that. It's a fantastic radio. I've never had an issue with it, knock on truck. But that's would be number 5 on my list of top 5 modifications you should do to your truck. Number 4 on the list of top 5 modifications to your truck is more storage. This is from Walmart. It's one of those like just cheap plastic storage things. The reason why I got it though was because yes, this has a lot of storage in it, but at the same time though, like this was usually for like your mixtapes and your CDs and stuff. 'Cause it does come with a CD player from 96. I need to take this out and put one of the just open holes in there. But it did come with a CD player and all that, but it's just good to have storage, and plus for drink storage, because this is the only spot in the truck that can hold a drink. This is apparently for a dip cup or something, but doesn't hold drinks. Those definitely don't hold drinks over there. So my recommendation is to buy one of these because it's got the adjustable drink thing where you can hold your Yeti cup, your Monster can, your coffee cup. It doesn't really matter. But I highly recommend this, and plus it's got other storage for like gum and other stuff, just miscellaneous stuff. But it really helps out with you in the truck, because the only other storage you got in the truck besides the console in the middle is in the back here. And you got cup holders that actually work. These actually function really well. And you got a slide out thing beneath here, but it's kind of hard to reach when you're driving and whatnot. So I highly recommend getting one of these anyways. It also fills up this kind of like dead space right here. Number 3 on the list of top 5 things you should do to your K1500 is a leveling kit. And on this truck, what you have to do is you have to, and right here you have torsion keys that you can raise and lower your torsion bars in the front. What I recommend doing is making sure is to take them out, have them professionally installed. That way they level right and they do everything right, and that way you can do what you need to do. It levels out the truck. Mine are cranked up in the front about about 1 1.25 inches in the front to level it out with the rear. Some pictures, if you see of the truck, it looks like the rear end is squatting more than the front. If you base it on the frame is a 1/4 inch higher in the front than the rear, but the body is an inch or so higher in the front than the rear. It's just the way they mount these bodies on these trucks in 96. Even the new Chevys do this. But I highly recommend a leveling kit. Make sure you have a reputable installer. I cannot stress that enough. If you read on the roughcountry.com, when you go to find the torsion keys, you'll read reviews like it looks great, but it rides like a bucking bronco. It rides like this, it rides like that. My suspension guy I have work on my truck had to cut something somewhere in here in the A-arm or something, I can't remember exactly, to make the geometry almost virtually identical as stock. So the truck rides like it's like just came from the factory. I highly recommend you make sure you get a reputable suspension guy and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my number 3 on the top 5 things every K1500 owner should do to their truck. Number 2 on my list, and you can do this when you get your lift kit or leveling kit, and or you don't have to do it, you can just do it on a stock truck, is to get a steering stabilizer. Rough Country sells one. That's what I got on my truck. Let's see here. It attaches underneath your front skid plate over your front diff. I don't know if you got, here it is. That is the shock for the steering stabilizer. So I highly recommend you all getting one, because even on the stock trucks, on stock wheels and tires, it really helps out with handling and stuff. Because these trucks, Chevys in general, these years in the early 2000s, didn't have the greatest steering ever. Now, is it a Dodge type of steering? No. And I hate ratting on you Dodge guys. I love Dodges too, but that's just the name of the beast. The Dodges had one of the worst steerings in the 90s and early 2000s. Anyways, the Chevys were still kind of bad too, so highly recommend you getting one, especially if you're gonna run 12 wides like me. It really helps out, because when you run a wider tire, it wants to grip everything that comes in contact with the road, bumps, potholes, stuff like that. This keeps it level, or not level, this keeps it straight and true. It also helps out with you steering with input and output, because of how big the new wheels and tires are, and how much you need to make sure that is straight and true. If not, you'll be all over the road, guys. I highly recommend this. It's like a $60-something option, and it's so worth the money to have your truck drive true and straight. Now, you can do that yourself, or when you get your suspension done, you can have the suspension guy do it. It's really not that hard. I had it done when I did the suspension leveling kit on the front, just because they were already right there and they're already doing it. Number 1 on the list of top 5 things every K1500 should do, and I know this from personal experience, is the first thing I did, is new headlights and new headlight light bulbs. These are from Amazon. They're a crystal clear headlight assembly with LED headlights in the truck. Now, the reason why I say this is the stock headlights on these trucks, even if they're brand spanking new from the factory, suck so bad. They are terrible. These trucks are not good for lighting whatsoever, and especially if you drive on country roads or you drive a lot in the rain and whatnot, they're just god awful. I hate them. So I upgraded to that, to the crystal clear lenses from Amazon, and then I upgraded also to 6000K series headlights. What that is a 3000 lumen bulb, and then a 3000 lumen bulb for both my low beams and my high beams. So basically I got 6000 low and 6000 high. The only difference is the 6000 low is more of a spread pattern. It spreads out a wider area, whereas my high beams are more farther out and pinpoint, is how I can put it. But they throw off a crap ton of light. Let me tell you, it is night and day difference. If it's a clear summer night, maybe cloud cover, but it's dark out, there's no ambient light on around, I'm on an interstate road by myself with no one else around, high beams alone, I can see about 300 to 400 feet down the road like it's daylight. With my light bar on, with it, I can see almost like 800 to 1,000 feet down the road, like it's daylight. It is unbelievable the difference these headlights make. And just for safety purposes, because you can actually see. Now, you will piss off your neighbors, you will piss off lower cars. So I'm pointing my headlights down as much as they pretty much can go without making it look really bad. Lower vehicles are gonna get pissed off, but my argument against that is I was able to see deer farther down the road and stop in time to where I couldn't hit it. I've seen stuff where I didn't have to hit it and cause another accident. And also, if you don't look directly in the damn lights, you won't be blinded. That's that simple. They teach you that in driving school, or in how to drive a car, which most people apparently don't know how to do it today anyways. But then, that's what I recommend. My honorable mentions that I didn't put in this list that I'll say now is extra lighting, so like a light bar like I do. This is a 20-inch Rough Country LED series light bar, like 7200 lumens for extra lighting. Bull bar, of course, is always a good option to mount a light bar on. Another honorable mention, and plus, tow mirrors. I like them. They are wired into my harness, so they do directionals, and they do turn on when I turn my lights on. Also, another honorable mention is my marker lights. These are crystal clear lenses like my headlights with LED bulbs in those too. That's about 5,600 lumens, all four combined. And they like to do a pretty good job. I actually almost drive on just those alone. But I do a great job of like turn signal stuff and whatnot. And of course, every truck should have this, even a small one, a toolbox to carry some extra stuff in. I'm changing this one out though, so this is going away. But that's what top 5 things I recommend for a K1500. If you have any other comments or what you think we should add to the video, or for honorable mentions or whatnot, comment them down below. I'm really curious on what you guys think. But I do want to say thank you all so much for watching this video. When this video went live, we hit 3,000 subs on the channel, guys. That is unfreaking real. I can't thank you all so much for your love and support of the channel. It is just beyond my imagination what this has blown up to. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Join the Truck Squad community. We are completely, well, slash family. We're growing constantly. So make sure you join us. All of you have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.